ओम नित्यानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। Nityananda. We welcome all the prince and princess in training of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam. We welcome all the viewers of Nityananda TV, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. And we welcome all the registered students of the Nityananda Hindu University for the series of sessions on Samrajya Lakshmi Pithika, the Agamic scripture revealed by Paramashiva himself in the Akasha Bhairava Tantra, wherein Paramashiva literally explains the emperor's manual and explains how an empire can happen just by the grace of Samrajya Lakshmi Devi, and just by the grace of Samrajya Lakshmi Devi, how the prosperity in the kingdom and success and victory in the kingdom can happen. All these details Paramashiva has been explaining in the Samrajya Lakshmi Pithika. We are into the 10th chapter, the Dashama Patala of the Samrajya Lakshmi Pithika. Before we enter into the further shlokas, let us chant the Mangala Shloka. Sanmargavartinam rajñam samrajya pratipadanat samrajya lakshmi ritisa kathyate shrir jagatraye. 15th shloka, please repeat. Even from the 13th shloka we did not repeat. Please repeat from the 13th shloka. Kadali puga vrikshanam eka garbhe phaladvayam yada vodyanagaarambha dakshinaabhimukhi phalet Ativarsham avarshancha yada bhavati bhamini oshadhyo rasahinascha bhavanti bahudha yada rashmihino yada adityaha madhye chidrayuto yada yadolka patanam devi deepika va patedyada yada yada chaturdikshu Pratisuryasya darshanam Chandrasya vath suryasya परिवेशत्रयं यदा यदा मेघे विद्युतां वा यदा मेघे विद्युतां वा दर्शनं तदर्शनं मेघे नग्नौ तथा धूम दर्शनं गगने यदा गंधर्व नगरस्यापि दर्शनं बहुधा प्रिये अश्मासृक् पांसु वर्षाणि अश्मासृक् पांसु वर्षाणि संभवन्ति यदा यदा गन्धर्वगानश्रवणम् वर्षञ्च तृणकाष्ठयोः यदा भवति देवेशी पुरे जनपदेऽपि वा असकृत् श्वेतकाकस्य दर्शनं काकमैथुनम् यदा वा दृश्यते भित्ति पतनं मण्टपस्य वा यदा चलं वापि चलं चलं वाप्यचलं भवेत् तदा तद्दोषशान्त्यर्थम् महापूजा मनीषिभिः So after this Paramashiva starts explaining how the puja should be done, all these things. Till now, till this shloka, Paramashiva was explaining the various utpata, various omens, during which the Mahapuja of Samraja Lakshmi Devi should be done. So the 15th shloka, Rashmihino yadadityo madhye chidrayuto yada. Rashmihinaha, Rashmi. What is Rashmi? Rashmi means prakasha. Rashmi means prakasha. Rashmi hinaha. Hina means haina, no haina, hina. Not having. That is why for handicapped, what do we say? Angahina we say in Samskrita Bhasha. Angahina means physically handicapped. So buddhihina means not having buddhi, not mental. Mentally retired. Okay. So, Rashmihinaha, not having Rashmi, not having Kanti, Prakasha. Yadadityaha, Yada Adityaha, whenever the Surya, whenever the sun looks without Prakasha, without light, means dimmer. It is not bright enough, but as usual, but looks dimmer. Madhye Chidrayuto Yada. In between the, in the center of the sun, when you see a hole, or see whenever the planets, what do you say, the, not, it's not, whenever we say eclipse means moon goes in between the sun. No, it's not that. Eclipse of, because of planets happens not during that time, or during some other phenomenon also. During some other phenomenon also, when the sun looks dimmer and the center, in the center of the sun there is a hole or a black spot. Yadolka Patanam Devi. So whenever the sun looks like that, we need to do the Samraja Lakshmi Devi Mahapuja. Yadolka Patanam Devi, O Devi, Yada Ulka Patanam. Ulka means the comet will be only in the space. When it enters, it's meteor. When it falls down, it's meteorite. So whenever the meteorite falls, Yada Ulka Patanam. Earlier Paramashiva told Dhumaketu Darshanam or Puchha Nakshatra Darshanam. Only even if you see it, you have to do it. Now he says when it falls also. You didn't see, but you know it fell off. Night, suddenly, midnight, something falls in your village, and you get to know that meteorite has fallen. So at that time also, the Mahapuja of Samraja Lakshmi Devi should be done. Yes, Maharaj. Naturally, all these things in your area, in your locality. If it happens in somewhere in Japan, I will not do it here. Huh? You get to know, right? How do we know means how do you get to know that meteorite has fallen, if at all it's fallen? So there are some symptoms which not necessarily will be a bad omen for you, which will be a bad omen for the whole village or whole country. So many places in Kamikagama, Paramashiva tells, if such things are done, he prohibits many things. If it is done, Raja Rashtram Vinashyati. Raja will perish, Rashtra, nation will perish, he says. Yes, Maharaj. Before means? No, we will not do it. Let's see if Paramashiva tells. So, Yada Ulka Patanam Devi, Deepika va Patedyada. If fire falls, Deepika, because Paramash, how do we know, Maharaj, how do we know whether it is a lamp or some fire from the sky? Because now Paramashiva has been continuously telling only about some natural phenomenon that is happening from the heavenly bodies. Yada fire, Deepika. Yada chaturdikshu, whenever in the four directions, in the four directions, chaturdikshu, chatur means four, dikshu, dik shabda, Saptami Bahuvachanam. Dikshu. Yada yada chaturdikshu. Whenever in the four directions, four sides. Pratisuryasya darshanam. Whenever, listen. Whenever in all the four sides, sun is seen. Pratisuryasya. I'm just telling you, Maharaj. So, this here Paramashiva tells Yada Yada Chaturdikshu Pratisuryasya Darshanam. Whenever in the four directions, Surya is seen. Okay? I'll show you something. So, this is something. Can we please see? So, here Paramashiva tells Yada Yada Chaturdikshu Pratisuryasya Darshanam. In the four directions, you see the sundogs or parhelions. Pratisuryasya, Pratisurya Darshanam. Why do we call Pratisurya? Surya, Surya, Pratisurya. Repetition of the Surya, sun. So, here, just because we did not, please listen. So here till now none of you guys have seen the sundogs phenomenon happening in your life, nor you came across one such thing in your studies or googling or where you searched in the online. Huh? So just because we did not see or we have not heard of such a phenomenon. Even this is a recorded phenomenon that happened. Whatever I showed was a picture that a snap of the parhelion happening in North Dakota, United States. Had such an incident not been recorded at all, still such a phenomenon, any phenomenon cannot be and should not be denied. Why? Shastras, we accept various levels of pramanas. One is pratyaksha pramana, another one is, next is, in the beginning we saw na pramana. Pramana means, what is pramana? Pramana means scale of measure. That's all. Scale of measure is called pramana. The scale of measure to verify the authenticity, that is whether it is right or wrong, means whether it is true or false, whether it is factual or false, can be, how do we know? You see, my hand here, it is written Guruvak. It's a tattoo written Guruvak in my hand, in my arm. I am able to see it. Others are able to see it. One of you are able to see this, but how do you know that Guruvak is written? You see through your eyes and see it. Now, there is a fan here and wind is coming. How do I know? I am able to sense the movement of air through the tactual sense. Here also, please understand, now am I able to see the wind? No. Then how do you conclude wind is there? Feeling of touch can, through the tactual sense, you can arrive at only one conclusion, that something is touching you. That wind is touching you, that wind, air is moving and there is wind, cannot be arrived at, that conclusion cannot be arrived at by tactual sense, which is a pratyaksha pramana. The sight of this writing called Guruvak is understood through the pratyaksha pramana, which is pratyaksha, aksham, pratyaksham. Aksha means eyes. Aksham, pratyaksham. For eyes, it is seen, so it is pratyaksha pramana. Eyes are taken as a sample for all the indriyas. Through the panchendriyas. What are all the panchendriyas? What are all the panchendriyas? Huh? Tvak, chakshu, jihva, ghrana, then shrotra. Shrotrendriyam is the intra-organ of the ears. Shrotrendriya is the intra-organ of the ears. Chakshurindriyam is the intra-organ of the eyes. Tvagindriyam is the intra-organ of the skin, feeling. Granendriyam is the intra-organ of the ability to smell. What else? Rasanendriyam. That is Rasanendriyam. Jihva is the tongue. Rasanendriyam is the rasana, is the indriyam, is the intra-organ of taste. These are the panchendriyams. Through the panchendriyas, whatever we see, whatever we experience, from that we get some knowledge. Okay? Through the panchendriyas we get knowledge, that is pratyaksha pramana. Apart from the pratyaksha pramana, we use so many other pramanas in our life. For example, that wind is blowing. I get to know how? Through the anumana pramana. Anumanam means, no, assumption is not. Anumana means, let me explain. Anumana means, let me explain please. Anumana means, wherever you see fire, you see fire I am explaining, Maharaj. You see fire out of burning the dry cow dung cakes, let's take, or fire that comes out of burning the sticks. Now smoke is coming. So wherever I see such a phenomenon occurring, fire happening and smoke happening, fire, smoke, continuously. I see this two things happening continuously. Now this gets registered in my mind, in my inner space, in my buddhi. Later when I am traveling to some hill station or somewhere else, I am traveling on the car, I see some smoke. Then what will I understand? Fire is there. How do you know? You see only, for your pratyaksha pramana, only the smoke is seen. Now, that the fire is there is, you do the anumana that the fire is there. It is a hypothesis. Anuman, this is called Anumana Pramana. Apart from the Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana is there. Apart from Anumana Pramana, what else is Pramana in our life? Are we able to live our life just with Pratyaksha and Anumana? No. And what else is Pramana? Suppose, no. Now we are inside of a hall. Okay? Suddenly it starts drizzling outside. And we are not knowing, we are not hearing this sound of a drizzle or the rain. One brahmachari comes inside and tells it's drizzling. Then I know it's drizzling. How? No, that is, yeah, I'll come to Apta Pramana. I'll come to Apta Pramana. Now, this is called Shabda Vakya is a Pramana. Somebody tells and you get to know the knowledge is a Pramana. All that electrons, protons, neutrons exist in atom, have you seen? No. Have you experienced through Anumana? No. You get to know through Shabda, somebody's Vakya Pramana, somebody's Shabda. Now, beyond all this, there is something called Shastra, Vedas or Pramanas. Vedas are revealed only for one sake. There are some things which cannot be understood, which cannot be known by the Pratyaksha Pramana or the Anumana Pramana or by somebody's experience. Also you cannot know, which need to be revealed, told to you. Only because it cannot be understood by any other normal Pratyaksha Pramana, etc. Even in Vedas, the Satyas, the truths are revealed. For telling that this microphone is black in color, we don't need Vedas, right? Just my eyes are enough. Just to say that I am wearing spectacles, Vedas or Agamas are not needed. No. Vedas or Agamas are not needed. Just only because we don't know many things. There are so many blind spots in our life. The Shastra comes in play. Paramashiva assumes a form and reveals the Agamas. Paramashiva in the formless state reveals the Vedas. Maharaj?